Alright, being the petulant, spoiled child that I am, I'm now trying out an F800GS. So my bike budget that I started with to try to get something I wanted to go to Baja on has already doubled. So that's probably not a great way to go. Alright, this has ride modes. Enduro and road. Okay, that's fine. Enduro and road mode. Suspension's not, I don't know. I think before I would change the suspension, I'd want to spend some time on it. It's got the grip buddies. I don't know if I like the grip buddies. Makes the grips really huge. Alright, let's take a look. Neutral. Okay. It's going to be a long way down. Alright. The F800GS. 85 horsepower. I don't remember what the torque is. It's fine. Actually, it feels fairly light. There's no luggage on it. I'd have to do a lot of that. But it doesn't feel like a small bike. I feel like I could ride this for hours comfortably. Yeah, I really feel like I could ride it for a long time. Man, budget-wise, it's a lot more than I wanted to spend. But it would definitely get me to Baja back. Wherever else I wanted to go and not feel like I'm taking my big beast. Just to be a little beast. ESA norm, sport, comfort, norm. Let's go sport. Oh, that's definitely stiffer. Cable clutch sucks. Just doesn't feel the same as hydraulic. I really like the hydraulic, but I can change. I can put a hydraulic one on. Sport. I'm gonna go comfort. We'll go put a couple dollars of gas in. We'll get it up to speed. I would definitely consider this to be a bike that would do exactly what I want it to do. I can get it set up just how I want it. Man, it's a lot more money than what I wanted to spend for this little project. Alright, so I did finally find a bike I want to take to Baja. I was a bit surprised at how this all turned out. I really wanted to like the 2015 G650GS. There was something about it. It was uninspiring. When I got on it, it didn't feel right to me. And the last couple of bikes I've bought, the second I started rolling out on them, like the Beast, I knew right away that was a bike that I wanted to ride. And that's how I felt about this. So I ended up buying a 2014 F800GS, BMW of course, with 4,100 miles on it. I was shocked to find this bike, and I'll go through all of the extras that are on it. If you take those extras off and were to purchase those myself, then I would have been about at the same price as that 2015 G650GS that was uninspiring. Also, if you take all these extra parts off, the price that you would get to would be about what a KLR of the same year and mileage would be. So it was really hard to pass up. Yeah, it's a little bit heavier than a KLR, but for just lots of road miles, I'll be a lot more comfortable on this. And there's a lot of aftermarket parts, which was important to me in making the decision on what bike I wanted. I'm looking forward to riding this bike and possibly doing the California backcountry discovery route. If that doesn't turn out, I'll do parts of the New Mexico backcountry discovery route to kind of test it out in anticipation of getting it out to Baja, likely next spring. I think that's what I'm looking at, is sometime March, April, and doing about 3 weeks through Baja with some off-road, some on-road, beaches and mountains. So that's what we're looking at. So I'll go through the bits and pieces that came on this bike that made it such a good deal that I could not pass it up. This wasn't what I expected, but with the extras that were on it and looking at the value, it was really hard to pass up.
First thing that this bike came with is this Scott steering damper, and that alone with the risers, the bar mounts, that's a $600 option just with that alone. Here we have the Keiko's throttle lock. That's about a $160 option. Here we have the headlight grill. I can't see what brand it is, but it is pretty nice. It flips up and down. So I like that part of it, so it'd be easy to clean the light. And it's got this Wonderlic folding gear shift here. I think those are about $180. So that was a nice option. And then here, that is an Alt-Rider bash guard. That's a $400 bash guard on top of this. So I probably wouldn't have put an Alt-Rider on, but since it has it, now it's taken care of. The owner of this bike also put on some added padding in the seat. So they did, I don't know if it's a Seat Concepts or a custom seat, but it's got some added padding in here to try to lift up the front, so it doesn't feel like it's pushing me into the faux tank quite as much. However, it does make the bike feel almost like an inch taller, so we'll see how that goes. All right, the other thing is it came with these Mitas EOS 7s, which are really a fantastic tire. I ran these on my F700, and by looking at this tire and the lack of cuts and abrasions on it, it wasn't ridden off-road all that much. I'm guessing it has about 2,000 miles on it, because these little knobs here on the center, they're overgrown a little bit. Sorry. These knobs here in the center, they stick up a little bit from the center, so it takes about 2,000 miles to get down to that center bar. So, and that's where they're at. They're in really fantastic shape. I should be able to run these to Baja and back pretty easily. Here's the condition of the front tire. You can still see it has little knobbies on the side, which all of my tires end up keeping those. Yeah. What else? What else can I say? It looks like it went down kind of hard here. There's some scrapes in the side. There's no crash bars, but I think there likely was crash bars on this, and maybe they got messed up and they decided to take them off as opposed to replace them so you couldn't see the damage. And also looks like this mirror's been replaced because it's not quite the same finish and fit, but the bars seem straight. Don't know if those were replaced. Everything else seems fine to me. Time will tell. Yeah, 2014 BMW F800GS with well, now it has 4,200 miles since I've been riding it, but I just couldn't pass it up. It wasn't exactly what I was looking for. It is a little bit heavier than what I wanted, but man, the value, it was hard to beat. I'm a big believer of making things my own and changing and modifying them so that it just doesn't look like everybody else's, so it has some level of uniqueness. And now that I have this bike, it's time to make it my own.